Make a buddy or a boy, make a buddy or a boy now.
So I'm here to come to sell them again. 9.5 straight night, 20 straight night, even straight here. Now guys, 8 halves are trading as well.
What's going on, traders? So I'm going to do a short video today showing you guys price action from Friday and a trade that I took in real time on Discord in the area of the Discord that is voice channels, and then we also have chat channels to share charts that we're talking about in real time. Everybody has access to this. There were a few people in the channel, I don't know, 5, 6, 7. I don't remember exactly, but I will share the chart that I shared in real time ahead of time and discuss why I took the trade. So this should be fairly useful here. So the chart we're looking at here is the one on the upper left here. It's for the E-mini. Let me expand it here. All right, it's this guy. Oh, sorry, that's not it. It's this guy here. And so let's take a look here. The area that I am going to be showing you guys is essentially, real quick here, I'm kind of looking at this area here on the chart, and essentially where we were discussing the trade is when price came into this area, and so I was comparing this area and looking at this, and just discussing it in Discord. And you know, I don't ever, well, I shouldn't say I don't ever provide signals, but I try not to provide signals. But inevitably, when you talk about the market in real time, you end up giving each other signals and ideas. But I'm by no means any kind of signal service, right? The whole point is to analyze and discuss markets in real time, you know, in Discord, in a voice chat, and hopefully people learn, and you know, I learn as well. So we have a lot of experienced folks in there that really help us improve our game. So anyway, what we're discussing is, okay, price moved up here, right? We had this bull flag here, essentially here, that we broke out of. This you could kind of think of as a balance area. All right, so double balance would be about like here. Right, so there's one correlation for the extension to this area. And then what we're looking at for, this was a short trade, what we were looking at here is, you know, in the morning, so imagine you don't see any of all of the other price action. This is what you're seeing. Right, a big rejection comes off, kind of a volatile open. We break out, we come back in, right? There's some FOMC stuff, right? Sell off prior to. Powell starts talking, and then we move up, right? And Powell's talking right at 8 o'clock, right? We're starting to rally. And we rally, and then we kind of sell off. Now, everybody who bought this rally as Powell started to talk, all right, they're all long now, right? Because, hey, Powell's starting to talk, and here we go moving up. Then Powell says some negative things, and the market sells off like crazy. But what do we know about folks who trade? People love to hold underwater for extended amounts of time and maybe add to losers. You know, but there are some decent-sized traders who will buy this and hold their thesis throughout the day. Okay, so look at the price movement. Early morning, we had this. We had essentially this. Right, we'll add this as a level. And we had this rally. And then, oops, Powell said some things people didn't like, and we came all the way down here. So what happened when we came up to this area? There's trapped longs here, right? We started buying, right? And then we broke down. So, you know, people who play with stops and tighter risk, you know, they got ripped here, but there's always going to be holdouts. So what ended up happening here? right? It's a little volume node. There was a heck of a little bit of a volume node this morning, actually, right? Or in the morning, right? So this is where the volume was transacting in the morning. There's quite a bit here. There was quite a bit here, right? It's the open, so there was, there was volume all throughout these areas. All right, so let's get rid of some of this. Okay, so when we came up here, can you see this is consolidation in this area? What happened? Into consolidation, pullback, right? So these are natural movements. And then here, like not really any consolidation, right? Just so shorts got aggressive probably through here. Shorts covered, but now longs are trapped here. So what happened here? Nice pullback. How much of a pullback this is? 38 to 31 or so. I actually shorted. This is actually 38.50 at the high here. And I shorted 38 to 31 and a quarter. Why? Because, well, 10 SMA, and then we had prior structure here. I thought that would act as support, and so I had great entry here, 38 short, stop above T plus 2 here, and I caught it all the way to here. Anyway, it was called in real time. So that's not the trade I'm looking at, but the idea is the same, right? Okay, so consolidative areas trap longs, right? And this was a hell of a sell-off at all-time high, from all-time highs. So you got to think longs are now nervous because we had a sharp sell-off from all-time highs. Powell said some things that the market didn't like. Okay, so you had this pullback here to here, and then we come up. What's the next area? Here's the swing low. What do? We come up, we pull back again, we consolidate in this kind of bull flag. This is a complex retracement, right? Higher high, lower high, and then from here to from this area to this area, lower low. Okay, and then we break out, right? And this is, considered a balance area. And so measured move off of balance area is about balance. And it comes right into up here where you can consider from this area to this area. So I was thinking about it here, right? So if we break out here, we have T plus 2. I thought about shorting this area at T plus 2, but it's right in the middle. And we already had momentum, and we're breaking out of this consolidation area. So it's going to, I think, at least travel either the mast or balance. But then I thought about it some more. So this line here is volume, value area high. That's what that is. Right? So there's another confluence here, value area high. This is developing, right? Value area highs. So it shows you the development throughout the day. So I figured above this zone right here, and this white line was volume point of control at the time. So I figured above this line, longs who got long up in here, we're going to take profit, right? They might let it run a little bit, and that might be my entry. So that is why I shorted up in here. Right there is where I took an aggressive short. I was filled on the ask, looking for good position with a stop 3 points above value area high here and above this pullback here. So my stop was out of that range. So I got in with a very aggressive short, and unfortunately I only took 3 or 4 points here, and that's it. But the trade was that, okay, look, here we flushed the longs that were trapped from the bottom, and then we had a big pullback. You see that? Here, let's get rid of all this. Here we flushed the longs trapped from here, pullback. And then this area, all those longs are getting recycled, and they still wanted to buy higher. Right? Look at the low volume, so it's consolidating. Here, double balance area, just over the high, held stops, value area high. You also have this candle here. You have this opening range that's going to act as resistance right here. And so the entry was here, but what we're doing is, and you could see on the actual DOM and time and sales, that pace slowed massively through here. You had some initial shorts that started covering, but it couldn't go anywhere. And it was, the pace slowed incredibly here, and then the longs from here just capitulated, and it was a big sell. And so that's what I got out into. It was a small play for me here. Unfortunately, I didn't hold all the way in through here. I thought there was a good possibility that we would bounce off this area and continue up because, we made this kind of V reversal all the way down here. And so I thought that this had the potential to hold this area and move right on up. But the play was essentially what it looked like on risk reward here for me was it was near a 1-to-1 risk reward. Let's see. Here's my risk reward tool. It was a short. So my short, my stop was right here at 47.50. My entry was 45.25, and my exit was right here into 40. I got out into 41s. So right here. So it's a little bit better than one, almost 2-to-1 risk reward. This one was even better down here. Again, for the same reason. My stop was, I entered 38 and my stop, so my stop would have been 41, 3-point stop, 38, and then I took profit at 31.25. Kind of perfect almost. So anyway, this was a little better, 2.25. But essentially, the holdouts from here like to take profit immediately because, they've held underwater, likely. As it comes all the way back up here, on a day where we rejected from all-time highs, it is very likely to get a nice scalp play above this area, right? And it ended up going a lot further down, and whatever. Hindsight is 20/20. But and part of the reason I was covering here is this T+2, which is 2 days ago close, or cash close. I thought that could act as support. It did for a short amount of time, and then we ripped down through it. And then I thought this would act as support. Actually took little 1-2 point scalps in here with as tight of a stop, just because of these wicks here. It actually worked out just fine. Took some more scalps in this area. They all worked out just because of this body here. But and then we moved back up, and I thought, oh, it's going to go. Maybe they got all the stops in here, but nope, kind of weak. Someone else pointed out that there was a really nice tick on the tick chart. There was a really nice signal to go short here. But anyway, so the idea here is that we play against traders who hold out from structure in, earlier in the session on volume, right? On volume, because that's important. Look at the breakdown candle, right? From here, you see this red candle here? Here, maybe we'll point it out. This red candle right there corresponds to this here. And then here, right, you see the volume? Quite a bit of volume in here. Well, if that holds a lot of volume, and you would have seen it in the volume profile, there's a reason this candle here is where we rejected. Okay, so where we reject up here is that we're looking for all these traders who are trapped, and we're basically playing against them. So anyway, that's the setup, that's the play. Anyway, come into Discord and check things out. Here's the actual Discord setup. I show you guys. Oh, and I was going to show you the footprint here as well. But let's see, 11:30. So anyway, you can see it corresponds right here. We were talking about it already. And then as we came in here, this was the actual setup where I said, hey guys, this looks like a good short right in here above this green. And I took it. I don't know if others did. And then I pointed out what it looked like on the footprint, talked about it a little bit. I didn't use the footprint at all for this trade, but you could see here a lot of positive delta getting nowhere, and then tapered off, no activity, and then aggressive selling in through here to come back. So, and then, I was just talking about, hey, this is what it looks like, and I'm covering into this area right now, and the reason is T+2, and then, we continued to discuss things. And then, I was making the explanation like, hey, here's the volume bars, right? And this is the flush of the held out longs from here, right here, because they're trying to get out at break even. Think about trading psychologically for a second, right? When you're in a trade and you get some major drawdown, right? What do you like to do? If you're waiting for price to come all the way back up, maybe you add a little bit, but maybe you're break even is somewhere in here. Maybe you bought in here and you bought a few more down in here and you're trading like a noob and you're holding out your position. What are you going to do? You're going to get out at break even. So that's what happens. And folks on the market know, no, market makers, institutions, big traders, they know that this is what ends up happening, right? When you have breakdown areas, that they're not going to buy there. They're going to look for traders who are getting out at break even to sell, and then they're going to buy into that weakness, right? And so this is why what was support becomes resistance, etc., right? So anyway, I was pointing out here that this is the flush from this bar, and then this bar is getting flushed essentially up here, right? But the fact that we had this balance area and then we doubled that and broke out, it gave us a target to short into, playing against the holdout longs from this area. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and you know, feel free to come into the Discord and look around, man. There's lots of so read the rules. It's the most important thing. You'll understand. But look at all these areas you guys can kind of check out, right? Look at, we've got a lounge area. We've got a just where we discuss various things, ideas, library, educational, right? All kinds of links in here from all over the web. YouTube, PDFs, I mean, all kinds of stuff. You want to see people who journal their trades publicly, right? With breakdowns of their trades and why they entered. Look at all the people that journal their trades here in the public area, right? You want to talk about psychology, book recommendations, YouTube channels, right? Everybody has various ideas about psychology and risk. We have some excellent conversations here. And then we got the trading channels for folks, right? For ESNQ, other futures. There's an area for crypto, options, stocks, right? Here we share our battle stations here, right? All our setups, right? See that? And then here's an area for like hotkeys, auto hotkey, and Stream Deck, where people share various setups they have for hotkeys and Stream Deck and whatever else they use, right? Look at, there's lots of stuff up here, right? Actual files shared. I've shared mine up, you know, in there. You know, then we got the private areas of the service. This is not private, you know, software brokers. We go over Sierra Chart, NinjaTrader, Tradeovate, trading technologies. Some of these don't have a lot of activity. Sierra Chart by far has the most. But we'll discuss brokers and all kinds of stuff. And then let's see here. Then we have down here, which is where I discussed this trade. We have voice channels here. So we have them for mods, for contributors. The all voice video chat is where we're sharing live charts, right, of things we are talking about. So this is what you guys, everyone coming in will have access to. All voice video chat. And this corresponds, you can see how it's like a hashtag. That means it's a chatting channel. I see these ones with little microphone or speaker, right? Looks like noise. Well, this is where we talk, right? So trading all voice video. So everyone has access to this voice video, and sometimes I'll stream my screen and chart equities or whatever, or we'll all just be in there, right? See, now I am talking in here, and yeah, that's essentially where you would have, or you can just talk about anything, right? So there's all kinds of channels in here and stuff like that. So stop by. It's kind of a cool little spot. All kind of people in here that have a lot of experience, a lot more experience than I. Again, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you haven't liked and subscribed or shared the YouTube, please do so. It does help, and I hope you guys have a great trading week next week. Take it easy.